So we probably have all been noticing at some point that whenever you work into a company or into your own company, that you can see that they have displayed the company values and principles that they follow. And many times people just perceive these ones as that, is this something serious? Is this something that the company really takes into account? Or is this just something that is just a marketing talk, but it actually doesn't back up anything? Hi everyone, Juan here. Today we are going to talk about what are company values and why are they important. So company values are the principles that a company believes in and actually stands for. Company values not only define kind of an etiquette on how to behave in the office with others, that would be more like a office etiquette than anything else, but it also tells about what the company believes in, what the company stands for, and how it wants to behave, not just internally, but also towards their users. So why are these company values important? So if you think from the point of view of an employee, for me it's very important to understand what does this company value? What are the principles that this company is back for? This is going to be important because in the end, most of us want to be in a company that obviously has the same or certain similar principles to the ones that we have as a person. Why is this something that is important for the employees? Well, this is something that will make feel the employees like they actually belong to the company, that they believe in the same goals and in the same principles as the company that they are working for. Meaning that people actually will feel less as an employee and they will feel more as a team where we are working for something that we believe together and we have a vision and we have a way and principles to get there. And most of the people don't feel attached to their work. They feel like work is work, but not something that they feel like they belong to. Whenever you are able to share principles with your people, with your team in the company, and then you get these people, your team, to actually believe in the same principles or a very similar set of principles, this is when you are going to get commitment and a much stronger bond within the team where people are actually believing and not seeing just this as a work, but this as something that is meaningful, that we are doing something that is important here. For the company as an employer, it's going to be very important also to share those principles and also be truthful about what those principles are, because then you are actually going to attract the right people to your team. You're going to be able to find those people that believe in the same things as you believe and are going to be able to help you drive your goals in the direction that you want. So it's very important to be able to communicate these principles to your team, but not only to communicate them, to live by those principles, because people actually will notice if the company is backing up and is actually believing in those principles that they are sharing as their own values. Typically, when people talk about values, they talk about how they affect to employers and the employees, so the company and the team that is working in the company. But in the end, however you behave, whatever you believe as a company, these principles that you stand for, this is not just something that is going to show within your company, but it's also going to show to the outer world. It's going to show to your users. So your users will see that this is what this company stands for. This company has some certain strong beliefs. And if the users actually share your principles, share your point of view, are much more likely to be engaged with your company and what you are doing and what you are trying to stand for. And this is obviously something that you would like to have as a company. Engage users, people that can back you up, and that, of course, understand your vision. These are going to be people that potentially are going to be your best marketing asset. So some examples of what the company values are is, for example, transparency. So why transparency is a relatively commonly seen value in different companies? Well, transparency is something that if you think from the point of view of a team, of an employee, it's going to help a lot for you to do your job. If people are not trying to share what they are working with, they are not giving you the information that you need to proceed, if you don't even know how the company where you're working is doing, it's not very likely that you are going to be very committed with the work. Instead, if you are able to understand dependencies with others, if you understand how the company is doing, if you understand that there is a project going on that actually affects my work, then it's going to be something where I feel much more comfortable working and confident that I can actually deliver my job. Then from the point of view of the company, it's very important to be transparent, because if you're transparent, if you share everything with everybody, it's going to be much easier for people to identify potential issues, to identify potential dependencies, to know what they had to do. And also, companies in general had not been very transparent in the past. So being transparent on itself is a very big asset for a company, because it shows that you care about the people. It shows that you care about what we are doing and how to help everybody to actually do the things that we want to do as a company. And for users, it's very important if they see that there is transparency in the company. This means that the company obviously is not going to show and is not going to share everything of what they are doing, but it's going to give you very good hints of what the company stands for, what the company is trying to achieve, where are they going, is there any problem I should be aware of? In the moment that it appears, that the company lets me know that, hey, there is a problem, we are going to try to fix it, we don't know when it's going to be available for you, but we want to let you know you don't bump into this problem. And most of the time, when you are open, when you share the knowledge, it's actually something that is perceived as being helpful. And well, companies are not typically famously known for being helpful. So that is already something that you have against other companies, against other potential competitors, where you are perceived as a company that is trying to help your customers. Another value that you see typically in many companies is improve and learn continuously. So why is this something that is important? So we probably all know how the world works today. Technology is taking over many areas or many different industries, and the world is changing all the time. So being curious, being able to learn, to continuously develop, to adapt to different changes in the market and the business needs is going to be key for you to stay relevant as a company, as a worker. And also being curious is something that is going to help you innovate. It's not that you are able to keep with the market trends, but it might be helping you to find new potential markets where you had not identified them earlier. So potentially you can find new problems that actually customers have that there is no good solutions for them at this point. And you might have ideas on how you can actually tackle these problems. So being curious, being able to adapt, being able to continuously learn is going to help you as a company and the people that work for you to understand that this is a dynamic place that actually wants to grow, that wants to learn from potentially the mistakes and wants to learn on how to do things in a better way. So company values, as I said in the beginning, they're the principles of a company. They're the principles that the company wants to start for and that the company actually believes in. Values should never be just something that you want to do, to put them there, to put them in an intranet or print them in the walls and forget about them. Actually, the company and the people in the company, everybody has to a certain degree believe in these ones and promote them. So if we believe in being open, we had to be open. We had to promote being open. If we say that we believe in improving or in continuous learning or being critical, we have to be critical. We had to continuously learn. We had to continuously adapt. Otherwise, these values are going to be pretty much useless or unnecessary exercise. So company values are going to be a very strong component in order to make your company work better as a team and actually have people that are engaged and understanding what we stand for and what we are trying to do and how we are trying to do it. So company values can be a very useful tool for you to not just being good at what you're doing, but also being able to retain the people that you think are important for you in order to build your vision. So there are many companies that are famous for having values or having good values and actually following them up. There's probably way more companies that are not that good examples for doing this. I would like to do a shout out to Buffer.com, which is a company that kind of goes beyond in the way that they are following up their values. So they say that transparency is important and they take it so far that they actually share all their salaries from the company and how they calculate salaries publicly with everybody. So you can go and download an Excel and see this in practice. So it's a very good place to see and understand how important values are and how can they help you have a very committed team in your company. I'll link their company website and values site so you can take a look if you are interested. But what do you think about this? Do you agree? Do you not agree? I would like to hear your thoughts about what values are, what are important values, what are the examples of values that you think that companies should follow or you as an individual should follow. And let me know which one in the comments below. What do you think are the best potential values to have? If you like this kind of content, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot the channel. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Stay safe.